Are the stars finally aligning for a player who has longed to don the Lakers jersey? In a surprising twist, a trade proposal is on the table that could see a fan favorite return to Los Angeles, reigniting hope for a championship run. With our core duo aging, this is the moment for the Lakers to strike and secure a future filled with potential. If you want to keep your finger on the pulse of this exciting development, subscribe now and leave a like to join the conversation in Lakers fandom! In recent news, the Los Angeles Lakers are making headlines with a proposed blockbuster trade that could bring Paul George back to his hometown. It's a move that has stirred a lot of emotions among fans, and I can't help but feel the excitement. George, a 9-time All-Star, has had a challenging season with the Philadelphia 76ers, averaging just 17 points per game, which is a far cry from his usual All-Star performances. The Lakers, looking to maximize their championship window with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, are reportedly considering a deal that would send a significant package to the Chicago Bulls while also acquiring George. The trade proposal suggests that the Lakers would send a young core, including Rui Hachimura and Max Christie, alongside a couple of second-round picks, to the Bulls. In return, they would receive George, along with a second-round pick from 2028. Meanwhile, the 76ers would acquire All-Star guard Zach LaVine, which could provide them with a much-needed scoring boost. Now, let's break down what this means for the Lakers. Paul George has always been a player who thrives under pressure. The chance to play alongside LeBron and AD could reignite that fire within him. His experience and skill set could be the missing piece the Lakers need to make a serious title run this season. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, bringing in George could elevate the team's performance and give us a legitimate shot at the championship. On the other hand, giving up young talents like Christie, who has shown great potential, makes me a bit uneasy. The Sixers, on the other hand, might view this trade as a necessary step. They brought George in to compete for titles, and with his struggles this season, it's clear that things haven't gone as planned. Acquiring LaVine could stabilize their roster and keep them competitive in the Eastern Conference. But are they really willing to give up on George so quickly? In the NBA, anything can happen, and we've seen teams make bold moves that shake things up. It's also important to consider the history here. George made it known in the past that he wanted to play for the Lakers. He had opportunities to join the team, but chose different paths. Now it seems the stars might be aligning for him to finally fulfill that dream. As fans, we often get caught up in the narratives and the emotional ties players have to franchises. The thought of George donning the purple and gold is intoxicating. It's a move that could not only impact the current season, but also set the tone for the future. However, the cost of this trade is steep. The Lakers are known for their star-studded lineups, but they also need to build a sustainable future. Losing young talent is always a risk, especially when you're aiming to build a competitive team for years to come. How do we balance the desire for immediate success with the need for long-term growth? It's a question that every passionate fan grapples with. And what about the Bulls in all of this? They're in a rebuilding phase, and acquiring a haul of young players and assets could set them up nicely for the future. It's a win-win for them if they play their cards right. But let's focus back on us, the Lakers. If this trade goes through, what does it mean for the chemistry of the team? Will George mesh well with LeBron and AD? Can he rediscover his all-star form after a disappointing season? These are all valid concerns that linger in the minds of fans. So, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this proposed trade? Is bringing Paul George back to Los Angeles the right move? Or should the Lakers hold on to their young talent? Are we ready to take this gamble? This is a pivotal moment for the Lakers, and your opinions matter. The Los Angeles Lakers find themselves at a critical juncture in this NBA season. With a record of 23-18, they are just a game ahead of the Dallas Mavericks for that coveted 6th playoff spot in the Western Conference. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are playing at elite levels, both likely headed for all-star appearances. But whispers of concern are emerging from within the organization. It's clear that both superstars are anxious about the team's capacity to make meaningful roster upgrades before the February 6 trade deadline. LeBron, a 4-time champion, and Davis, a 1-time champ, have openly expressed their desire for the franchise to take bold steps toward championship contention. Their feeling is that this Lakers team is just a piece or two away from truly competing at the highest level. After a tough loss to the Clippers, LeBron was candid in his assessment, stating, "That's how our team is constructed. We don't have room for error." It's a sobering reminder of the precarious position they're in. Head coach J.J. Redick echoed those sentiments, emphasizing the team's lack of margin for error. With key players like Jared Vanderbilt and Christian Wood sidelined, the Lakers are feeling the weight of every small setback. This leads me to ask the question, do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. The Lakers have made some moves this season, including trading D'Angelo Russell and several picks for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton. While Finney-Smith is still searching for his rhythm, there's a palpable sense of urgency around the team. The Lakers' front office has been proactive, gauging trade interest and being open to utilizing their tradable first-round picks for the right players. They're looking for talent that not only fits this current roster, but can also contribute to the future. With the league's current parity, the window of opportunity feels wide open. I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and anxiety. What if they make a big trade and it doesn't pan out? Looking back, the Lakers have faced similar crossroads in the James Davis era. Last season, they were 27-25 at the trade deadline and failed to make significant moves, which was met with frustration. General Manager Rob Pelinka's comments about not being able to buy a house that's not for sale still resonate. But remember, their patience led to a transformative offseason, ultimately driving them to the Western Conference Finals. As we approach the deadline, it's clear that the Lakers are under pressure to make the right calls. This isn't just about the present. It's about the dreams of every Lakers fan who hopes to see their team back in championship contention. The stakes are high, and every decision weighs heavily on the hopes of fans everywhere. Meanwhile, across the league, other teams are also in motion. The Miami Heat are reportedly in talks to trade Jimmy Butler, and the Chicago Bulls are fielding calls about Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic. These developments only add to the urgency for the Lakers to act decisively. With the likes of the Warriors exploring their own paths forward, the competition is fierce, and every team is looking to find that edge. As a passionate Lakers fan, I can't ignore the emotional roller coaster that comes with this time of year. The thought of watching our team struggle while other franchises make moves to improve is tough to swallow. Yet, there's also hope. The front office has shown they can make the right calls when it counts, and I believe they understand the stakes involved. So, I turn to you, fellow fans. What do you think the Lakers should do? Should they swing for the fences and risk future assets for immediate help, or should they take a more measured approach? I want to hear your opinions down below. Remember, this is our team, and our voices matter. Let's keep the conversation going as we navigate this exciting and uncertain time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on all things Lakers, and activate that notification bell to get all the latest updates.